out of one organism and put it into another, you really should use the same restriction enzyme to do this. Let's start with this first of all. So let's start with the green and yellow here for just a moment. Do you see the TGCA, 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 TGCA? Do you see that palindromic sequence? So here the palindromic sequence is found over here and over here. So do you see how the restriction enzyme is making its cuts, and now this fragment can be removed? Do you see that? Mm-hmm. Now, my next question for you is, if I were to do something like this, what type of an overhang is what type of a cut?
5 prime.
It's a 5' overhang, correct? Okay, now, the next concern that you have is that you want to make sure, pretend for a moment, that if I took out this fragment, could these two pieces, the green piece, could those two ends close properly? Yeah, because the T mates with the A, the G with the C with the G, and the A with the T. Agreed? Mm-hmm. So this green piece could close. By the way, I'm using this PowerPoint not in the way that they intended for it to be used. What if this was organism number 1 and this was organism number 2? And what if I wanted to take this out and put this in here? That was supposed to be a Jesus Jones. What if I wanted to put this piece in here? Would it fit? This has a TGCA and TGCA, so do you see how it helps to cut the two organisms with the same enzyme so that the ends would be what we call complementary? Does that make sense? Does it also make sense that a staggered cut, can you name the only 2 staggered cuts that you've learned in this class already? What are the 2 staggered cuts?
5 overhang, 3 overhang.
5' overhang and a 3' overhang. These are much stronger than a blunt cut. Because you see, when you have things overlap, when you put them back together again, that's much stronger. But when you have a blunt cut and you use DNA ligase to put things together, this is actually fragile, and the ends can come apart easily. So 3' and 5' overhangs are much, much better types of cuts to use when you're going to cut and paste things. Does that make sense?